Hello, friends. Welcome to my definitely on time October 2024 bullet journal setup. I had the footage, I may as well put it up. Who cares if it's late? Someone will watch it next year. Or whatever. I really like it. It's just, I didn't get the chance to make a voiceover. As I record this, it is still October. I got a couple more days. It's still October. Anyway, I really like this theme. It's simple. It's to the point. It does what it needs to do. But I love the vibes. I am a sucker for vintage, gothic, everything. I like ravens. The original thought process for this was if I was still trying to do that birthstone thing, which kind of fell off. I love the idea of I'm gonna do a raven and have the sort of shine that you get off the wings of birds like that be the opal for October. But it's there in spirit, haha, but not in any other way. But I did a lot of, it's practically grayscale. There's a little bit of color, but for the most part, it's basically grayscale, black and white, cool bird illustrations, birds. It's ravens. It's ravens in a cemetery. That's the elevator pitch. Ravens in a cemetery. I like cemeteries. I got this from my mother. My mother really likes cemeteries. When I was a kid, we would fairly frequently go and wander. And it's a lot of people think it's weird. I have had several people be like, wait, what the heck, you like cemeteries? I'm like, yeah, I mean, they're cool. One thing is, as a writer, you can go around, you can see people's names, and you're like, oh, this is so fascinating. Also, trying to see the people around each stone, and okay, wait, who's married to who? Who's a sibling? Who's a grandparent? It's just so cool to try to put together family trees, and okay, so this name is here, and all that. And it gives you a perspective on life. There's so many people who lived, and they live 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years. And sometimes those 100 years are long before I was even considered. People who died in 1901 or 1902 when my grandfather was born. Generations ago, and yet here is this piece of stone with their name on it, specifically designed so people remember who they are. And 100 years later, they're not there. They're dust. But the concept of remembering that things matter, that people matter. And here's a whole space, a whole place where it's designed for people to remember. This is a little poem that a friend of mine wrote several years ago. I told them, hey, we're wandering around a cemetery, Snapchat streak or something, and my friend just sent a poem. My friends are really cool like that, So I decided to put that in here. A friend who speaks with spirits vast, who sits among the sages past, who stands unfazed through markers grim to light old memories now grown dim. And he wrote it about my mom, kind of, which is fun. So, yeah, these are all pictures I got from the internet. I did not have the creativeness for this. This bit started out cool. The drips on the raven. I like it in theory, and I probably went a little bit too far, but in general, I think it looked really cool. These are old illustrations. They've been sitting around for a while. Someone painted this bird, but they painted him kind of haphazardly. And yeah, I don't know. They're spooky vibes, you know? That's what it was for. I get why cemeteries creep people out, but it doesn't for me, based on what I've said already. And also, given my worldview, I'm a Christian, and I believe that for the children of God, death is not the end. I mean, for anyone, death is not the end, but that's not an encouraging thought for people who don't belong to Jesus. But, you know, traditionally, cemeteries would be outside of a church. You can see in the picture there, it's church. It is the people of God all together, even after death. And when the resurrection comes, they're all right there. And I wish that was still a tradition in America. It's not, but it would be cool if it was. But there's still cemeteries everywhere. Like, you can go anywhere and find cemeteries. Huge ones, too, depending where you go. It's not usually somewhere I go alone. It's usually something I like to do with my mom. Or my couple of friends who don't think it's really weird. But, yeah. This has been a simple theme that I've wanted to do for a while anyway, and given my life at the moment and the melancholy vibes of my existence, it seemed appropriate. And in a weird way, it's a family theme. This is something I share with my mom, liking cemeteries. And also just like ravens, you know, just to differentiate a little bit. They're a little bit more easy to throw in visually rather than like, I'm gonna throw in some tombstones, you know? I did the messy stamps because, have you met me? You know, messy stamps and messy ink to show that this is old and vintage and things used to be messy ink. I have no idea, but there's some sort of similarity there. I made a mistake with where I was drawing the lines there. Oh, and I'm blurry. Love that. And so in a little bit, I do try to do some damage control, and it doesn't work, but that's fine. But I got this cool B tape. This was a mistake. This cool B tape and these like floral tapes, but they're all on this dark background, so I think they work. And here is the final product. Big calendar served me well this month. Also, this to-do list served me well. Those feather stickers are technically quills, but I like them. Some poetry, some schedules, some tape. I mean, what else do you need? I've been keeping my journals on the simpler side recently, but they've been doing good work for me. Yeah, I like her a lot. Oh, and the font. I am really proud of how that lettering turned out. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, even though it's late. And look out for my November video coming out very soon. Have a great rest of your month, friends.